After the war, Britain needed new locomotives fast, but there was no copper, no money, and no room for mistakes. Diesel electrics were impossible. Each one needed up to 30 tons of copper, and in post-war Britain, copper was rationed like gold. So engineers gambled on something radical. Instead of generators and motors, they built a locomotive driven purely by mechanics. 4 V12 diesel engines, 2 auxiliary engines driving superchargers, 6 engines in total, all forcing their power through one enormous gearbox. The result was the British Rail Class 10100, better known as the Fell. On paper, it solved everything. Hardly any copper, low axle weight, enough power to outperform steam. In reality, it was a mechanical nightmare. Each engine had to be brought in one at a time, perfectly matched to the others. Get it wrong by a few revs and the whole drivetrain shook violently. The noise was deafening, the cab vibrated like a jackhammer, and the gearbox lived on borrowed time. For brief moments, it worked. With all 4 engines running, the Fell produced 2,000 horsepower and hauled trains no other British diesel could touch. But it was fragile, terrifyingly fragile. One loose bolt in the gearbox was all it took. When it failed, the gears shattered, oil exploded out of the casing, and the locomotive died instantly. Repairs were slow, expensive, and soul-destroying for the crews who had to keep it alive. Then, in 1958, while sitting at Derby Works, a fire broke out. The steam heating boiler ignited, gutting the rear of the locomotive. Any hope of saving it died in the smoke. By then, copper shortages were easing and reliable diesel electrics were cheaper and simpler. British Rail made the decision. The Fell was scrapped. Its legacy is clear. Power without simplicity is a dead end. And sometimes, the boldest engineering lesson is knowing when not to push further. If you enjoyed this story of Britain's most extreme locomotive experiment, like, share, and subscribe for more forgotten machines and railway madness. And tell me in the comments, would you have trusted this monster on your train?